This is a nicely appointed all-wheel drive two-row SUV. It's the 2021 Buick Envision. Let's try to get an answer today to the question, wouldn't you really rather have a Buick? Join me now on Family Wheels. Buick, decades ago, was the brand that General Motors marketed to men of success and style, or those who aspired to it. Buick was under Cadillac in the GM hierarchy, but above Oldsmobile, Pontiac, and Chevrolet. After the Riviera, LeSabre, and Electra 225 faded, Buick came to be seen as a grandpa car, a rolling sofa for white-haired guys who had a lot to say about the government. But Buick has pivoted in recent years, and the all-new 2021 Envision adds cement to a reconstruction of the brand as somewhat upscale and especially attractive to women. Buick claims that women are a higher percentage of its sales than other brands. One recent TV ad for the Envision digitally places 4 different versions of the same aspirational woman in the SUV. They talk about the available massaging seats, Apple CarPlay, and Wi-Fi hotspot before praising in unison the parallel parking assist feature. The spot concludes with the driver being complimented by a male friend about her choice of ride. The ad also has been viewed 1.8 million times on YouTube, and when people don't hit skip ads, it shows something is working. The company also says that just over 7 out of 10 Buick sales are made to customers who are new to the brand, beating the industry average of a little less than 6 in 10. In business speak, that's called a conquest. To keep its momentum, Buick completely redesigned the Envision for the 2021 model year and produced one of the best-looking two-row SUVs at any price. Overall, its styling is conservative without being bland and anonymous. It's wider and lower than the old Envision and has sharpened accent lines front to back that add character without overdoing it. The new platform also has a longer wheelbase, 3.5 inches more than that of the Toyota RAV4. This makes the Envision appear larger than its competitors despite being almost identical in length. A longer wheelbase also typically helps improve ride, and Buick adds that the chassis is 30% stiffer than its predecessor. When I think of Buick, I think of a car that has a nice ride, and this does. We're going over my favorite bumpy road in my neighborhood, going about 30K, which is the speed limit, and it's just doing fine. That was a speed bump. It's substantially smoother than other vehicles in this size range. That rough section we did, and in fact, most of our around-town driving is going to be in one of Buick's, the Buick Envision's 4 driving modes, and that is Tour. Tour shifts it into front-wheel drive only, which is better for fuel economy, and then your other modes are all-wheel drive, Sport, which includes a little checkered flag to make you feel sporty, and then the 4th one is off-road. And when I hit the gas in sport mode, you get a faster response. Yeah, I guess that's sporty enough. Not going to trade in my imaginary McLaren for one of these things, but for the kind of driving that almost everybody does, it's got a decent amount of horsepower. And this is an off-ramp, constant radius, 270-degree turn. Well, I wouldn't call it thrilling, but it's nice, it's competent. This package on our Envision contains the main ingredient to improving the handling of any vehicle, and that is better tires. In this case, 245 wide by 40 cross-section, and they're on 20-inch rims. Very attractive, shiny black ones at that, and that makes a big difference. The Buick infotainment screen is as well laid out as any I've seen. Note that there is a good old-fashioned power button right over here to simply turn the whole thing on or off. Similarly, a home button. Hard buttons there, and you can make your choices from that point on. The third hard button is for favorites. And so within favorites, you can do all the management you need to, move stations up or down, or simply eliminate them. Now this is another home button, but it's a soft one, and it takes you to your main screen, in this case nav and phone, as well as satellite channel. And the climate settings are also on a soft button here, in addition to all the controls that are lower down. In the center, we have a very logically laid out group of controls. This really assists safety. You can go through all your radio favorites or satellite favorites simply by using the thumb wheel on the right-hand side of the steering wheel. The Envision also has an excellent camera setup that provides high-resolution images and multiple camera angle choices. It's the equal of cars that are priced much higher. Potential buyers should also know that Buick has earned a reputation for quality. The J.D. Power Dependability Survey of owners who've had their vehicles 3 years found that in the previous 12 months, Buick averaged 100 problems per 100 vehicles, 22 better than the all-makes average, which itself was a record low. This model is too new to be rated on that scale, but the previous Envision did well. I found the Envision's shifter to be counterintuitive. The button for drive has to be pulled up, which is natural for reverse, but not for going forward. And while the Buick has hill hold assist and adaptive cruise control, it does not have brake hold, sometimes called auto hold. Yet the Chinese version of the made-in-China Envision does have it. What we have here is a steering wheel that is too thick. This molding flares down into the control for volume as well as the upshift on the paddles. It means you can't actually grip the wheel around in the middle here like you can on most cars. So you got to drive around with your fingers kind of out of place. While the Envision passes our family wheels storage test, 3 bags of groceries, backpack, and a stroller, it comes up short against its competitors. The storage space with the second row up in the Envision is 25.2 cubic feet, with the second row down 52.7. And if we go into the, shall we say, the commodity SUVs led by the Toyota RAV4, well, its cargo space is 37.6 cubic feet with the second row up. That is in excess of 12 cubic feet more than this vehicle. And with the baby safely in the back, we've still got generous legroom for an adult in the front. How many times have you gotten out of a vehicle on a hill and the door comes swinging back to hit you on the leg or the arm? It's very annoying. Well, not on the Envision. We're on a fairly steep slope right here, and the door is holding nicely. Its hinges doing the job they're supposed to. So good work, GM. This is the middle of 3 specifications. There's the Preferred, the Essence, and the Avenir. We are driving the Essence. Now, the Preferred starts at $38,598. The Essence, $39,898, and the Avenir luxury spec, $44,898. Now, ours comes with the very attractive satin steel metallic paint. That's $495. In fact, any paint other than white is going to cost you $495 extra. We also have the Sport Touring package for $1,295. That includes the 20-inch wheels, the wider tires, and gloss black trim. So we've got $1,900 destination fee, $100 AC fee in Canada, dealer fee $200, but before those fees, it comes out to $44,113. Where does this fit in? Is it a competitor to the RAV4, the CR-V, the CX-5, or is it at a higher spec? Is it aiming to take on the Europeans or the more luxurious Japanese makes? It's actually difficult to say because this doesn't seem to fit either of those molds. It's not as luxurious or sporting as a BMW X3 or its many competitors, but it is nicer than your baser spec RAV4 or Ford Escape. However, once you take those other vehicles and spec them up and add this piece of luxury and that, you're basically getting into that same low $40,000 range. That's our look at the 2021 Buick Envision. Thanks for watching. What did you think of it? Leave a comment. And thanks for subscribing. I'm Richard Detman. See you next time on Family Wheels.